From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in association with Temple University Television and coming to you from the halls and classrooms of Northwood Academy Charter School.
This is Three Story Home.
Hello, my name is Angel. I am 14 years old.
Hello, my name is Augustus, and I'm 15 years old, and we both attend Northwood Academy Charter School.
Welcome to the very first episode of Three Story Home, where we, the anchors, present 3 different stories, videos, and other projects submitted by young people around the country.
Three Story Home is a home for the stories about and in our community, for young people by young people.
Our first story features pieces by users of DIY.org. DIY.org is a social media website for kids and youth who create pieces of work of all kinds to share the works they create and work on. The pieces we are looking at today are good examples of stop-motion animation.
The pieces are created by putting the subject into the pose and taking pictures when the photograph moves the subject a little bit and takes another photo.
Do you make animations, movies, comics, or other creative projects? Share them with us and have them featured here on the show by submitting them to threestoryhome@gmail.com.
Also, to find out more about DIY, visit their website at diy.org, where you can share creations, earn patches for different works, and make new friends.
And while you're there, be sure to check out our contributors, Manu Roca, Rex Martin, and Saturn Duncan. Our second story is about Move This World, a nonprofit which addresses social and emotional issues with kids around the world. In New York, Three Story Home interviewed Move This World's U.S. program manager, Anya Warburg.
Anya tells us some of the stories of Move This World and what they're trying to do. You will see clips of kids and adults doing movement exercises that are supposed to help you understand the variety of people around you.
As you watch, think about how we all interact through the ways we move and listen to how Anya and Move This World try to address violence and conflict.
My name is Anya Warburg. I am 28 years old, and I am the U.S. Program Manager for Move This World, and I'm from Durham, North Carolina. Move This World is a global nonprofit that uses creative expression to address and transform conflict, violence, and bullying in schools and communities worldwide. Our founder, a woman named Sarah Lahane, she was doing her Fulbright scholarship in Columbia in 2007, and she is a lifelong dancer and performer, and always kind of felt like she had to choose either a life in the arts and performance or a life dedicated to social impact. She always kind of felt like it was one or the other, and she was working with a group of students in Columbia, and they were doing a conflict resolution program, and their bodies were like limp. They were, not engaged at all, looking at textbooks. So then she was out on the playground and she saw them, with a boombox, just kind of like jamming out, totally engaged, completely connected with each other. Such a strong sense of community and engagement that she thought, wait a second, maybe I can combine these 2 things that I am so passionate about, my 2 passions, something that they're so connected to, so engaged with, and really marry the 2 to inspire the same social, emotional, and civic skills that they're learning from this book that they're not engaged in. It really started growing. People were hearing about it and really excited about it, and then She actually got a tweet from a school in the Bronx saying, "We heard about your program. We want this program here. Please bring this program to New York." And now New York is our biggest hub. We've now worked with over 10,000 individuals across 22 cities on 4 continents. And we currently have offices in New York, Baltimore, Washington, D.C. We run programs in Newark, New Jersey, and we still have programs going in Colombia, the Philippines, and in Germany and Austria. So I see a lot of kids who are able to really easily regurgitate information, say like, "Oh, bullying is bad. We should respect each other. We should, they can really easily say what's right and wrong and what's good and bad. But then the actual act of internalizing that and embodying it is challenging and doesn't always happen. But if I'm doing an activity with you and you have to mirror my movements exactly, then you are taking on my movements and understanding me a little bit better, because maybe it's not something that you would normally do, or something that's uncomfortable to you, or maybe you don't even really like my movement, but you're doing it with me, which shows me that you understand my perspective a little bit better.
For more on Move This World and the work they are doing around the world, visit movethisworld.org. How do you help stop conflict and violence in your community? Show us by making a video and creating a work of art, or writing a story about it and send it to 3storyhome@gmail.com to have it featured on this show.
Our third story is submitted to us by a team leader of City Year New York's Bain Capital team serving at PS 130 in the Bronx. Safya O'Rourke tells us about the math marathon that her team organized at PS 130 and how it helped build a community amongst the students to prepare them for state testing and to get them excited about math and doing well in school.
City Year is an international nonprofit organization that puts 17 through 24-year-olds volunteers in the classroom to help address the national dropout crisis. City Year currently works in 25 U.S. cities, as well as London in the United Kingdom and Johannesburg, South Africa. Take a listen to Safya about the Math Marathon.
Hi, 3-Story Home. My name is Safya O'Rourke, and I work for an awesome education-based nonprofit organization called City Year. I'm the proud team leader for the PS 130 Bain Capital team in the South Bronx, New York. And what I do is I manage a team of 10 amazing AmeriCorps members who have dedicated a year of their life to full-time service in schools located in underprivileged communities. And my core members focus on students that are struggling in the areas of attendance, behavior, and course performance in ELA and math. And one of the ways that we highlight our service is by putting on these really exciting events for the school. And my favorite event so far has been the Math Marathon, because what makes this Math Marathon unique is we wanted to really foster teamwork between the grades. So instead of just having a class only root for the kids in their class and compete with other classes, we created these color leagues that were more inclusive and included representatives from the 3rd through 5th grades, and they had to support each other, so students in other classes and grades who shared the same color as them. So this took a lot of promotion. We created a really colorful poster, we made morning announcements, and the core members in class had to, really rally the kids in class and remind them that if they want to participate, they have to stay focused and really do their best job in class in order to be a part of this fun event. And the day of, we had a really big, colorful set on stage. We had a PowerPoint going with all of the questions that the people on stage were answering to kind of engage the audience more and, see if they can figure out some of the problems themselves. And then the winning color league, the league that won the most rounds of the competition, ended up winning pencil pouches that were filled with pencils, erasers, sharpeners, some of the school supplies that they can a lot of the times be lacking, which really hinders their ability to get their schoolwork done So we were really happy to make that contribution to some of the really bright students here at PS 130. So that is my story of the City Year Math Marathon. And thanks 3-Story Home for letting me share.
How does your school or community help you do better in school? Have you ever helped to get your peers or community excited about school? Show us by submitting videos, photos, or stories to 3storyhome@gmail.com to have it featured here on the show. For more on City Year and the work they do to address the dropout crisis, visit cityyear.org.
All of these are great projects, and we want to say thank you to DIY.org, Manu Rocco, Saturn Duckling, and Rex Martin. City Year. The City Year New York Bain Capital team at PS 130 in the Bronx, Safya O'Rourke, Northwood Academy Charter School, Amy Hollister, Cindy Carey, and Paul Gluck.
For more on the pieces featured in this episode, wait for the list of credits at the end of the episode or visit our YouTube channel for more videos and content. This show is made in association with Temple University Television.
Also, we would love to thank J.D. Scott for his support of the 3-Story Home on patreon.com.
You too can get an on-air shout-out from anchors on the show and other rewards by helping to support 3-Story Home on Patreon.
This support allows the show to continue running and creating a space for young people to connect over stories and projects. If you can't afford to help us financially, you can still help by becoming a contributor. Your story or project will be featured on the show and can be just about anything you make. Just send it to 3storyhome@gmail.com.
And of course, we want to thank our viewers, you. This show is made by you and with contributors, questions, donations, and just by telling others about it, it is made by you.
Thank you for watching. I'm Augustus.
And I'm Angel. And this has been 3-Story Home.